Welcome everybody back to the channel. I am Kieran, that hot Spurs guy. Wait, hold on. There we go. Nice. A little late, but who gives a shit? Because I don't. I really don't give a shit anymore, bro, man. I'm telling you. You know how bad it is? I don't even feel upset when we lose to our biggest rivals. That's how bad it is. I don't even feel upset anymore. People, wipe your feet at the door, take off your shoes. I've got no tea brewing today. I've got no alcohol, but I've got herbal remedy. And if you lot don't like that, you best take in the second hand, because I'm bringing the smoke tonight. People, Arsenal 2, Tottenham shit Spurs 1. Once again, we have lost to Arsenal. I think that's another double that we've lost to Arsenal now, because I think they did the double to us last season as well. I think they did, or we lost one and drew one. Either way, it doesn't matter. But I saw that we set the tone for that game the second we kicked off. We passed the ball down to Arsenal's 18-yard box. And for no reason at all, other than just a little bit of pressure that Arsenal was applying, we passed the ball all the way back to Kinski. That's what we did. And then after passing the ball back to Kinski, he kicks the ball out. We lose possession. Arsenal gain possession. And then we give away a stupid foul. All within 1 minute. All within 1 minute of kicking off. And I said to myself, right then, bro, we have already set the tone for this game. And then I watched 20 minutes. I watched 20 minutes of Arsenal being all over Spurs, smothered like ants on a biscuit again, bro. Arsenal, once again, didn't have to get out of first gear, just like the game at the Lane earlier on in the season. Didn't have to get out of first gear. And if they actually had quality finishers, like what we need, they would have finished us off in that first half. It would have probably been about 4-0 by the time the halftime whistle came around. But it wasn't. And against the run of play, Son managed to get himself a goal. And I thought to myself, you know what? Hopefully that's going to build my man's confidence. Hopefully his confidence will rise during this game. No, didn't do it. Bruv, I don't know what to say about Son anymore. But I'll tell you one thing. Like I said in one of my previous videos a couple of weeks back, this team will never show up when we effing need them to. They will never turn up. They will never show up, because there is a dark omen aura around the football club of Tottenham Hotspurs, where every player that joins, whether they're new or whether they've been there for way too long, there's this omen aura of where it's just, I don't need to do much. You don't need to do much. All you have to do is come in here, train, and just put in 90 minutes of a performance, whether we win, lose, or draw, because there is no incentive at this club to do anything. There is no leadership. There is no management from the top all the way down. All right? So going back to the game now, how mad is it that in a North London derby, nobody is up for it? Nobody. I watched Gabriel like 2 or 3 times during the game, amping up the fans. Even the young boy, something Skelly, the guy who was playing for Arsenal's right back, the young boy Skelly. You don't know who I'm talking about. Martin Skelly, I think his name was. Amping the. Not one of our players was niggling at Arsenal players or sliding through, man, and say, bro, get up. This is a North London derby. Nothing, none of that. The only two, 3 man to hold their head high, and everybody's already been saying it too, the only 3 man that can actually hold their head high in a North London derby are 2 18-year-olds, Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray, who isn't even playing in his proper position, and Jed Spence, who's been omitted from the squad up until this point of the season because he wasn't good enough. Because again, I'm going back to a lot of streamers, Spurs streamers, who I like watching, And a lot of their guests on their shows have always said things before. This was before Spence started playing again. They've always said, well, because Spence isn't good enough. Spence is dog shit. Da 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 da. But ever since Spence has come into the squad, he's been one of our better players. But again, it's the argument of that some people are having of, well, for the squad that we have, we shouldn't be where we are in the league. And I'm like, can we look at that for just a hot minute? Can we look at that for just a hot minute now? So for the squad that we have, we shouldn't be sitting 14th with 11 losses in 21 games, 5 points out of a possible 27. You know, a points per game ratio of 1.14. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at it. We have the likes of, for goalkeepers, Vicario and Kinski. Not too bad keepers. Not too bad. Defenders, Romero, Van der Ven, Dragusin. Our 3 centre-backs. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. But Romero has his issues here and there. We know that he has his issues here and there. We'll say that Van der Ven's probably our best defender that we've got right now, and he's the one that actually shows any sort of bite when he plays. Now, fullbacks, wingbacks, whatever the hell you want to bloody call them, Udogie, who hasn't been up to scratch, hasn't been performing anywhere near his performance levels when he was playing at Udinese, nothing anywhere near. And then we've got Serge Reguilon, who everybody calls dog shit, and who hasn't played for like the last 2.5 seasons. And then we've got Pedro Porro, who clearly isn't a wing-back because he doesn't track back enough. And he's not built to even do those type of things there. But going forward, he's not too bad. Not too bad. And then we've got Jed Spence, who we know is the best right-back that we have in the team right now. Now, let's go into the midfield. Basuma, I'm sorry. Basuma, I thought, was having a good game, a decent enough game, up until the point he stupidly gave the ball away for that second goal. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, all you had to do was just feed the ball back to Jed Spence, who was making the run down the line, and then you would have been cleared. But you decided to take the ball and spin back around into a danger point with 2 men surrounding you, gave the ball away. And Basuma, if I'm honest, he hasn't really been kicking up a storm since he's joined the club, and I thought he would have. How many goals has he got since he's joined the club? About 4 or 5 goals as a midfielder since he's joined the club in total. Not good enough. Matassar, I don't think Matassar should be doing the amount of work that he does in the centre of the pitch. He shouldn't. Yeah, I think Papa Matassar is our box-to-box midfielder who needs to be playing with a more senior defensive midfielder to collect the ball and hand it off to Sarr so Sarr can drag the ball forward. And then we've got someone like Maddison who, again, I believe hasn't been doing good enough since he's joined. But I don't put all of the blame on him. Because, again, he's not playing in his proper position either, you know. And then we've got someone like Heung-min Son, who has just fallen off a cliff and doesn't seem to be looking like he's going to be managing to climb back up that cliff ever again. So, and then we've got shitty Timo Werner and shitty Brennan Johnson, who everybody shits on. So that's our attacking front 3 people. So I think really and truly, other than 14th, we should be about 9th or maybe 10th, because that's what our squad is. It's a 9th or 10th or 11th squad. Because once again, we haven't bought anybody. The transfer window is wide open for players to climb through right now. But has the club done anything other than sign Kinski straight away as soon as the window opened? What have we done? Nothing. We know we need a versatile winger who could play on either the right or the left and beat their man and cross the ball in and have good crossing abilities as well. We know we need that. We know we need a defensive midfielder. We know we need another striker because he's not going to play Lancashire, and Solanke clearly isn't doing it, and he can't do it for every single game because he's our only striker, which means he's going to have to play every single game. We can't do that to him. You know what I mean? We know we need another centre back. We know we need another left back and a right back. What are we doing as a football club, people? And then to top that off now, the stats keep coming, people. The stats, they keep coming. The records are constantly being broken. Right now, Spurs are 1977 Spurs. We have not been this terrible in the league since 1977. I'm going to put it like this. We have not been this terrible since my dad was like 19 years old. Shout out my pups. But we have not been this terrible since he was like about 19 years old. And he's still fairly a young man right now still, but since he was 19 years old, 77. And now this is the worst we have ever been since then. Relegation form Tottenham. And for some reason, the manager still has the backing of the fans and of the board for some reason. And yet the board comes out after every loss, the board comes out and says, we're 100% behind Ange, fully 100% backing him. And yet you bring in no signings. But I know why we don't have no signings, because we are waiting for the window to close. And as soon as that window closes, that's when Andrew will be gone. And then we can use that excuse to now bring in a manager and, oh, well, window's closed. We can't buy the new manager, any new players. You got to wait until the summer. So now you got to work with what you've got. My thing is, I know we ain't going to buy players. So I'm of the opinion of we should just be calling back a few of our loanies. Call back Solomon, call back Brian Hill, call back Valise, call back Ashley Phillips. You know what I'm trying to say? Call some of these men back. Call back a Dane Scarlett, even if he's not doing too well wherever he is right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Tottenham Hotspurs are not worthy enough of me to be upset anymore. And they are not worthy enough for you guys, you Spurs fans, true Spurs fans, to be upset anymore. There's no need to be upset about this club anymore, because the club doesn't even care about the fans to that aspect. And then even now, when you have the cultists of Ange over that side, it's like they're not even forming opinions from facts anymore. They're just using their opinions as their facts now. You know what I'm trying to say? So again, like I said, we can always keep using the injury excuse, but bro, there are teams in the league above us right now who have more injuries than we do. I swear Bournemouth have more injuries than we do, or Bournemouth or Brighton. They got more injuries than we do. And they're above us by like 9 points. People, the stats keep coming. They keep coming, people. The stats don't lie. They don't lie, people. Bro, 5 points in 27. 1 win in 9 games. 9 wins for a calendar year. 9 wins for a calendar year. 11 losses in 21 games. 700 shots conceded in our own box. Bro, dog, I wouldn't be surprised if half of these were the friggin' stats now. You know what I'm trying to say? 1 million passes in our half. And it's not even the opposition. That's us. That's what we can do now. That's all we can do. All we can do now is just laugh about what this club has become. And we've got Everton next. David Moyes' Everton. The return of the Moyes. Bro. And again, like, you know how bad it is? We're at a point now where we're not even sure if we can beat Everton, who have been terrible for the last 3 seasons. Like, been just about scrounging out of the relegation fight last couple seasons. And now we're sitting there like, I'm not too sure if we're going to beat Everton, you know. I think we might be able to just get a point. Against Everton. People, this is how far we've fallen. How far we have fallen. And we are still accepting this man as our manager because we believe he's going to turn things around. or because we still have the cup games. You know, the same Liverpool game that everybody was saying when we lost 6-2, 6-3 to Liverpool, that, oh, well, it's Liverpool, we don't expect to beat Liverpool. Well, if we don't expect to beat them at Anfield in the second leg, get rid of him now. I don't see him getting us through to the Europa knockout stages, either in the sense of quarterfinals or semi-finals. Sure, we may qualify, we just might qualify. But again, it's like, why would we leave him in charge to manage those games when they come around, people, if he's already doing poorly as a manager for Spurs in the last, like, what, 40, 50 years, bro? What kind of madness? Bro, come on. This is 1977 Spurs right now, bro. This is who we are now. 1977 Spurs. Trust me, dog. Again, I don't want to say too much that hasn't already been said for the past couple of days. Again, I just wanted to come in here, add a little bit of smoke, you know, fan it a little bit, fan the smoke a little bit. But again, people, man, it's just the same old shiznit. They never turn up when you need them to. Can never get the results at grounds where we already have a terrible record. Just get lost, Spurs. Just get lost for now, man. I'll be back again, people, on not Sunday night, Monday night, when I'm back in at work again, because I'm not gonna waste my time doing these while I'm at home. I'll watch the games, sure, you know, and it is what it is after that when the results come through, but I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm gonna continue doing my videos. But this club, again, I've been at this point now where it's just like, I can tell what's gonna happen, like I'm reading a book that I've read 100 times already. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for you, people, man. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe by wiping your feet at the door and taking off your shoes. Again, man, I want to try and build up the channel a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for everybody who has been watching at the moment and liking the videos and subscribing. I appreciate you all. And I'll be back again, man. I'll be back again, people, on Sunday night, man. But for now, enjoy London, man.